Alright, so good morning. Our topic for today is all about family structures and legacies. One Filipino trait that is known across different races is establishing and having strong family ties. So, in this module, we will study the different family structures and how they differ from one another, as well as the family legacies and how family affects you as a developing individual. All right, so on this part, as it is also part of our discussion, you're going to do an individual and group activity. So for the individual activity, what you're going to do is you are going to show your creativity by making a model of a house. So you can use material that can be found in your surroundings, like sticks, leaves, can be candy wrappers, or etc. So after making a house, you're going to relate the part of it to your family members, and you're going to write down why or in what way each person represent the part you have chosen for him or her. So below your model, you're going to write a short explanation of why you come up with that kind of structure. All right. So for the group activity, after making your model, you are going to prepare a song that describes your family and the roles of each member of the family. So please take note that the groupings are the same with our groupings in reporting last quarter. So the execution of your group performance will be on the resume of classes next year. So it is graded. So please give your 100% of effort in your group activity. Okay, alright. So let's first define what is a family. So family comes from the Latin word familia, which means group of people living in the household. So family could be related by blood, by birth, or by other relationship. Ano po? And it is also called the basic unit of society. So it is said to be the smallest organization in the community. It is a group of individuals living together in one household. So family comes in different forms. Always remember that it could be vary from one family to another. It is usually composed of mother, father, and children. So some other includes grandparents, your aunts, uncles, cousins, and other relatives. Okay, so we have different types of family structure. So first we have the nuclear family. So when we say nuclear family, it is also known as conjugal or traditional family consisting of married couples and their offspring. So for example, mother, father, and children. Okay. So how about extended family? So this type of family includes all relatives in proximity, such as grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. So these relatives typically live together and all share daily household duties. So for example, a family living together with mother, father, children, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and other relatives in one roof. So, sino sa inyo ang ganun anak? Sama-sama na nakatira sa iisang bubong ang magkakamag-anak. Ano po? So, typically, we usually, dun tayo palagi sa nuclear family. Ano po, mas gusto ng mga Pilipino ang nakahiwalay sa kanilang mga magulang. Kumbaga, meron silang sariling bahay, silang mag-anak, ang ama, ang ina, at ang kanilang mga anak. Ano po? Okay. So, let's proceed with the next one. So we have, so we have single parent family. Ano po? So this family type includes one parent and their children only. So a single parent family could be the result of a divorce, the death of one parent, or even a single parent adoption. So for example, a father with his children or a mother with her children living in one household. Ayan. So how about step family? So a family where the parents have divorced and remarried, bringing children from other unions together to form a new nuclear family. It is also known as blended family because two families were combined. Ayan. So, for example, mother, children, stepmother and his kids, father, children, stepmother, and her kids. Next one. So we have foster family. So when we say foster family, it is where a family includes parent who serves as a temporary guardian for one or more children to whom they may or may not be biologically related. So for example, parents, children, and foster child. How about adopted or adoptive family? So it is a kind of family wherein parents may adopt a child to whom they share no blood relationship, or one parent may adopt the child of the other parent. So for example, your parents can be mother and father, and or plus your adopted child. How about biracial or multiracial family? So it is a kind of family wherein parents are from different races. So for example, Filipino mother plus American father and their children. Ano po? Okay, so next one is, so we have transracial adoptive family. So it is a kind of family wherein parents adopted a child with a different race. So for example, an American parents adopted Filipino children. So may mga cases na ganun mga anak. Ano po? So how about conditionally separated family? So it is a kind of family wherein parents adopted a child with a different race. Ayan. So again, transracial adoptive family, we're done here. And then conditionally separated family. So it is a family wherein one of the family members is conditionally separated from the others. So this separation may be due to their job or employment, or could be due to hospitalization. So for example, a family living together except for the father working abroad, or a family living together except for the eldest child serving in the military. Okay, so sino sa inyo ang may mga ganong kind ng family na ang father or ang kapatid ay nasa malayo, nangingibang bansa? Ano po? So, ibig sabihin daw nun, you are um, part of the conditionally separated family. Ano po? Ayan. So, how about childless family? So, when we say childless, ayan. So, without children. So, walang anak. Ano po? So, it consists of only mother and a father. Ayan. So, how about gay or lesbian family? So, it is a kind of family wherein one or both parents have different sexual orientation and part of the LGBT community. Ayan. So, for example, a lesbian mother and her children with a gay father. How about migrant family? So it is a family who settles together in a different place. It could be from one place to another due to some circumstances such as the father's job. So for example, a family who migrated from a place because the father is a military officer. Okay, so the last one is the immigrant family. So it's a kind of family wherein one or both parents are already an immigrant of other country. So their children may be or may not be an immigrant. For example, so Santa's family whose mom is already an immigrant of Canada, so their mother is already as a Canadian citizen, but the rest of the family members are not. Alright, so those are the types of family structures. Okay. So there are also people that act as parent roles in caring and protecting children's overall well-being. So they are known as your guardians. So yung iba sa inyo, especially yung mga ulila na or malayo sa kanilang magulang, working abroad ang parents. So usually, ang mga tiyahin, tiyuhin, or ang mga kamag-anak natin ang tumatayong guardian sa inyo. Ano po? Ayan. So, let's proceed to the next one. Alright, so each of us have legacies passed from our ancestors from generation to generation, such as culture, traditions, and customs. So no matter who we are, where we live, we have one thing in common, and that is heritage. So this heritage is transferred to us by our parents, whether good or bad. So this heritage is also called as legacy, which could be passed to us socially, emotionally, or spiritually. All right. So, transferring positive legacy to children is a delicate and important task of adults in the family. It is really helps dictate the future progress and development of a child. It is important to remember that passing on spiritual, emotional, and social legacy is a process. It is not an event. Ano po? So if your parents do not intentionally pass um, a legacy consistent to their beliefs, culture will pass along its own. Yan. So, and it's often leading to a negative end or negative effects to you, mga anak. So, that's why parents are very responsible on the process. Ano po? Okay. Yan. So, in order to prosper, a children need an enduring sense of security and stability nurtured in an environment of safety and love. But unfortunately, many people struggle to overcome a negative emotional legacy that hinder their ability to cope with the inevitable struggles of life. This is where a family's important role takes its place. So a family can create an atmosphere that provides a child's fragile spirit with the nourishment and support needed for healthy emotional growth. So it will require time and consistency to develop a sense of emotional wholeness. And the following here, itong mga nakikita ninyo yung dito mga anak na mga aspects for strong emotional legacy. So, which characteristics or emotional legacy did your parents pass on to you? So, alin sa mga nakikita ninyo diyan ang maaaring naituro na or naipakita na ng inyong mga magulang sa inyo? So, which characteristics would you like to build into the legacy that you may pass to your future children? Ano po? So, sa mga susunod na kabanata ng inyong buhay, if you already have your own family, always choose to build a strong emotional legacy for your future children. Ano po? Ayan. So, we have six. Ayan. So, first one, we have provides a safe environment in which deep emotional roots can grow. Next one is fosters confidence through stability, then conveys a tone of trusting support, nurtures a strong sense of positive identity, then creates a resting place for the soul, and the last one demonstrates unconditional love. Mm. So next we have, ayan. So let's proceed with social legacy. So here are the key building blocks of children's social legacy. And it includes respect. First one, respect, beginning with themselves and working out to other people. Next one, responsibility, fostered by respect for themselves that is cultivated by assigning children duties within the family, making them accountable for their actions and giving them room to make wrong choices once in a while. Next one is so unconditional love and acceptance by their parents combined with conditional acceptance when the parents discipline for bad behavior or actions. Next is the setting of social boundaries concerning how to relate to God, authority, peers, and the environment and siblings. Next is rules that are given within a loving relationship. So kaya nga ang sabi, sa tahanan unang napatututo ang mga bata. Ano po? So, emotional, social, or spiritual aspects man yan. It always starts at home. So, at home, children can learn lessons about respect, about love, about courtesy, and involvement. Ano po? So, parents should always play a key role in modeling and passing social legacy. Next one, we have, alright, so how about spiritual legacy? Ano po? So, in spiritual legacy, we adopt attitudes and beliefs about spiritual manners or matters from one person or another. So parents need to take the initiative and present faith to their children. Kaya madalas laging sinasabi ng parents nyo na magsimba. Ano po, magsimba or sumamba kahit tuwing araw ng linggo. Ano? So your parents are the primary and spiritual upbringing to you. So children perceive God the way they perceive their parents. So if parents are loving, if your parents are affirming or forgiving and get strong in what they believe, so children will think of God that way. Ano po? So here are the 5 things you do that predict whether your children will pursue the spiritual legacy a Christian parent desires. So number 1, do you acknowledge and reinforce spiritual realities? So do your children know, for example, that Jesus loves everyone, that God is personal, loving, and will forgive us? Yeah. So do you know the view God as a personal, caring being who is to be loved and respected, make spiritual activities a routine part of life, a clarity, timeless truth, what is right and wrong, and incorporate spiritual principles into everyday life. So, um, those are the important aspects on how to have a strong emotional, social, and spiritual legacy. So always remember as well as the different types of family structure. Ano po? Alright. Yan. So for your third task, mga anak, in this activity, you need to prepare a family picture. So if you do not have a recent family picture, you can cut out pictures from the magazines and just put name of your family member on each picture. You may also draw your family picture and then you're going to identify what family structure you have at home. So, yung mga na-discuss natin kanina, pipili lang kayo kung saan kayo included doon. Ano po, kung anong uri ng family structure ang meron kayo. Yun. So, write the names of each member of your family below the picture. In a short paragraph, describe your family. Explain your family's social, emotional, and spiritual legacies. So, you're going to do this on a clean, short bond paper. And so that's it for today, mga anak. I hope this video lesson will help you as I wasn't able to discuss this in person due to the preparation for our upcoming alumni homecoming. So I'll send another two video lectures for modules 8 and 9. So the rest of our modules will be discussed next year. So pagbalik na po ninyo. Ano po? So see you on our next discussion, mga anak. God bless everyone.